They're coming to catch me. Welcome to Seeking Sasquatch, episode 1. This is basically just going to be a insight into my mind, what I have come up with musically, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and why it fulfills me. I've always been interested with characters and the art of the true human condition. And what I mean by that is, in theater and in acting, you talk about the human condition a lot. And the human condition is basically this moment that you share between one person and another. This moment can be a conversation, opening a dialogue like this, or it can be something as simple as holding a door for someone and saying hello. A part of my soul in life, or a part of what I believe, is that everyone should experience happiness. Everyone should experience joy. When you live with a chronic disease that makes it so you're constantly uncomfortable, such as degenerative disc disease, which is what I was diagnosed with at 19, it gives you a sense of being lost. I always have wanted to describe to people what it means to be lost, because more than most people, I know what it means to be lost. When I was growing up, it was always said to me that we are like a passing thing on this earth. We're here for a moment and then we're gone. And what we leave behind is what echoes in eternity. And my echo in eternity, if you will, I want people to know that even though you feel lost, even though you feel hurt, even though you feel betrayed, even though you feel angry, even though you feel like no one is listening to you, there's always an escape. There's always a way. There's always a healthy way to manage things. And a lot of things have been going on in my personal life as of late, and I feel like now is the right time to make this video, to sit down and open a dialogue between you and I, and tell you a bit about myself. I've always thought of the world as a classroom. I've always thought of it as you learn from every single person you meet, even if you don't realize that you're learning from them. How many times have you gone somewhere and had a conversation with a complete stranger, walked away from that conversation and felt like you've known them for almost your whole life? There are so many ways that we as human beings hide from our pain. We run from it. We disguise it. We say that I'm not hurt. You say that it's fine. What I'm proposing is that you take your level of pain and make it into beauty. You take what is the ugly side of you and you turn it around into something that is like nobody ever imagined. When I set off to do DJ Sasquatch, I never intended for it to be nothing more than a hobby, but it became everything to me. It consumed me. It made me realize that I'm not the only one out there that feels this way. I'm not the only person that feels alone. How do you defeat your loneliness? When you feel like no one is listening, when you feel like everyone is hearing you, but no one is listening to what you're saying, what do? How do you react? What's a way that inspires you to want to be better in that moment? When you're so lonely, or you're so scared, or you're so frightened, whatever it may be, what makes you flip your mindset in that moment? What helps you? I'm asking these questions because genuinely I want to know what helps people. I've always thought of people as a puzzle. We're all puzzle pieces. We're all different sizes. We're all different entities of the same exact puzzle. And we may not see the bigger picture of the puzzle. We may be tunnel visioned. You may be like this. You may be so trapped you don't know which way is up. You may feel like you're drowning. I know what those feelings are like, and I've felt those feelings most of my life. And some of those feelings never go away, but some of them do. And so that's why I set off on this journey, this dark journey, if you will, into creating DJ Sasquatch. It was to give people hope. It wasn't to say, oh, woe is me, this is my life, and I have to live with it. It was genuinely to say, no, this is the hand I was dealt. But I don't have to leave with this hand. I don't have to get up from the table until I'm ready to get up from the table. I want to challenge you to think about something for a moment. I want you to think about what is the one thing that you would give to yourself. If you could go back, the one thing you've always wanted, what would you give? Would you give love? Would you give compassion? Maybe honesty? Hey, don't talk with those people. Don't associate with that group. Don't fall in with that crowd. Hey, that girl's trouble for you. Hey, watch out. That guy might not be the one. There's a lot of different things that I would ask myself that I honestly want to ask you. I want to know you, the audience. What drives you? What makes you want to do more in life? What makes you want to get off of a lost path? And if you're not on a lost path and you know where you are and you have a vision of life and you're succeeding, then what helped you succeed? What helped you get through a struggle in your life? These are questions that I don't have the answers to. But I would love to hear what you guys have to say. You, the audience. I do enough art, I do enough putting my heart and soul into all the music that I create. But I want to get to know my audience. So help out and put your descriptions of what inspires you, what helps you get through a major breakthrough, and what can you give yourself today that you would have given yourself years ago? Those are my questions. Thank you. This was Inside the Mind of Dark Journey Sasquatch. Peace.